me, Jennifer. I haven't done a vlog in a very long time. I know I've been going through a lot with myself, and I'm just very busy with doctor's appointments with Anthony. He's gonna be having a procedure next week, the 18th, on a Thursday at Miami Children's Hospital. The G-tube surgery. I've been just trying to mentally prepare myself for it because it's something that his doctors have been talking to me about for like 4 years now, since he was diagnosed with seizures. Like, not in the beginning, like probably like a year in, so like 3 years. And I kept saying no, that I didn't want it, because I've heard so many horror stories about it with other kids that he went to preschool with. The mothers used to tell me such bad stories about it, so I got scared, and I was just like really afraid. And his dad doesn't want it, and I understand like in reason why he wouldn't, but I always put Anthony's health first. And if it's obviously something that's gonna, one, hurt him, kill him, or put him in a worse situation, I wouldn't do it. A G-tube surgery is for children that either A, are not able to gain weight, and they eat like perfectly, like Anthony. Anthony eats everything. He's not a picky eater. He'll eat even spicy food. Or children that don't want to eat at all. There's some kids that I've met that won't even eat like applesauce. Like, so you have to be able to eat to like gain weight and to be nourished and healthy. Anthony's case is not that he doesn't eat, it's just that he doesn't gain the weight. He never was like that. Anthony used to be able to gain weight. It was once he was diagnosed with seizures that the medicines have like screwed him up. He's been on so many medicines, such high doses, and he's just gone through a lot in his life, like I mentioned in his other videos. And it's something I don't want to ever have to do. Like, I would never want to have to put Anthony in a situation where it can hurt him, because he's been through so much as it is. And the reason why I cry is because, you know, when someone like me that's wanted to be a mom, and the life that I'm given is so unfair, you never picture your life, let alone your child's life, the way mine has been. I've tried so hard to make everything right. And then, like, last year, I started having problems with my teeth. Like, they would hurt me and stuff, and it's because I had some teeth that just needed to come out. They were, like, broken or chipped or something. So I ended up doing the surgery October 18th. And the way the surgeon was so rough with pulling them out, I now have nerve damage and I have muscle dysfunction. So I'm on medicines for it, and if heaven forbid it doesn't get better, I'll have to do more tests. So just with what I go through in life, and then with Anthony, like, there's no way to balance it. But because I was talking to my oldest sister, Stephanie, and I was telling her that no matter what I go through, I still have to be a mom. I could be with a broken leg, with a broken arm, like, unless obviously I'm in a coma and I have no choice to be there. Otherwise, like, I have to do what I have to do to raise my son. So I think about it sometimes and I just get so emotional and so drained because, like I said, you never picture your life a certain way, but most definitely not when you have a child. Like, when you have a child, obviously being a parent is hard. You know, obviously being a parent is difficult. They always say, like, you know, there's no handbook for being a parent, and it's true, there isn't. you can get advice and stuff, but there's never like a way that you can prevent things for your child. And that's especially for a mother like me, that if Anthony has fell, like while I'm with him, or hit his head, or bumped his elbow or something, I'll like beat myself up like, oh, I should have been able to catch him or save him from that fall. And I've learned to not beat myself up so much about things, because I know that I'm an amazing mom, that I work so hard. This is a job I can't ever quit, especially how far I'm invested. Anthony's 9 years old. He'll be 10 this year of October. He's my life. He's my light on a dark day. Like, I could be going through the worst things in my life, and his smile, and he's so cute, because if recently, like, since I found out I have nerve damage and muscle dysfunction and all that stuff, I would be crying almost every day. And Anthony would see me and just want me to hold him. He would want to be near me. He's such a comforting baby. Like, he's such a warm-hearted child. But especially with me, like, he sees me going through something. Even in the beginning when his seizures were really bad and I would be crying holding him, he would wipe my tears. Like, he would give me like so much love. And he's already a loving child. You know, he loves... If you love him and treat him right, he'll love you so much. Because he's just such a sweetheart. He's really a genuine type of child that people meet him, they're like, oh, he's the type of kid that, you know, should be in this world. And it's just, and I know he's an amazing kid. I always tell him, you're an amazing little boy, and, you know, people love you because you're so amazing and you have such a kind heart. Like, I think he would be the type of child that if you would bring him to someone that's sick, the smile and the touch of him would like brighten their day and would help them to get better. Because I see him through what he goes through in life, and it's like after the G-tube surgery, like, you know, he's not gonna even know what he went through. He's just gonna live his life and be so happy. Because he's always so happy. He's always so kind. He's always so loving. And I'll sit there sometimes and I'll ask him, like, and although he's nonverbal, I'll be like, you know, do you think mommy's doing a good job and that I'm doing the right choices for you? And he'll just look at me and smile and give me this face like, yes, mommy. Like, I've heard him communicate with me. And it might sound weird to some people, but if you're a mother, you already know the spiritual connection you have with your children. Mothers are like superheroes. I always say that. You know, especially the ones that really, really put their heart and soul into it. Like, so this G-tube surgery, like I said, it's not something that I was looking forward for him to doing. But it's something that I've been holding off for 3 years, because I was really hoping that he would just gain the weight. But Anthony, the moment he was put on medicines for his seizures, that's when everything for him just went downhill. Everything. But if he's able to gain weight, he'll be able to walk again. He'll hopefully be able to do things like he used to do. He used to run. He used to kick ball. Like, he would, you know, run holding my dad's hand. Like, he adores my dad. Like, he would run holding his hand. Like, he was saying little words. Like, his neurologist said if it was not for his seizures, he'd be talking. Like, he might have not been fully talking, but he would have been saying at least a good, like, 50 words. And that's better than him not saying anything. There's times when he will just try to get his voice out and he'll go like, oh, or ah, or something. And it's because he wants this talk. I see the frustration more in anybody than him. Like, when he falls from a seizure, he gets upset. Like, Anthony almost never cries. When Anthony really cries with sadness is when he gets hurt from a seizure, because he doesn't understand why it happened. You know? I'm hoping, like, in the beginning I was so not for this G-tube surgery at all. And I'm still not 100%, but I have more peace with it now. I have, you know, I was raised by my grandmother, my dad's mother, like so highly into God and my religion and praying every day, and I had stopped believing in all that because when Anthony's seizures became so bad, it was like, what is a prayer? Like, I would pray like to God to please save my son, to take these seizures away, to please just let the seizures stop, you know, and nothing would work. I used to pray like to just bring a sunshine to my life, to just take all this sadness away, and it didn't work. So I've been trying to get back into that just because I look at my grandmother, because she passed away from cancer. I look at my grandmother like my whole family's guardian angel, but especially Anthony's. I pray to her all the time, and I ask for her just, to give me a sign that everything's going to work out. And I will. Like, I believe that, like, butterflies, or when I see a butterfly after I pray, and even if you look it up, butterflies are supposed to be, like, very freeing, like, type of animals. Like, that they wander so free, but they're so beautiful and they have a spiritual meaning. So every time I pray to my grandmother and a butterfly will appear, I'll be like, you heard me. Like, you gave me that hope that everything's going to be all right. So I've been trying to get back into my faith, or, just to make me feel a little better, because I break down like really easily. I have anxiety, and I have panic attacks really bad, especially if I get invested to that thought. Like, if I really let that, whatever thought that's bothering me really get into my mind, I'll panic, I'll get anxiety, I'll have like, my heart will start to race, like, I'll get like hot, I'll start to sweat, like I'll start shaking. So I've been trying to just take that away and bring more peace and hope into my life, because it's hard. Like, there's times that I'll be like, oh, there's nothing worse than what I go through. But there really is. In every situation, it could be much worse. There's someone else going through something much worse than you. So I always try to be grateful for the little things that have come into my life. So I'm hoping with this surgery that, he does get back to where he used to be, because that's all I want. I just want to be able to see him run around and not just be confined into one area. Like, you know what I mean? Like cage him up in one section because of him getting hurt. Because now he has a mat that his dad bought him for Christmas, so he plays on it and he moves around. He sits up on his, like, he's such a sturdy type of sitter. Like, he'll sit literally just like this, like watching TV, playing with his toys. But when I try to have him walk, he stumbles, he falls. Like, it's not like how he used to be. He used to run, he used to kick a ball. Like I said, he used to be like a wild, freeing child. Like, they used to have to be like, wait, come here. It's not like that anymore. So, anyone that knows Anthony, like, you'll just feel the pain that I feel, like, going through, because anyone that knows him knows what an amazing little boy he is. And how sweet and how kind he is, and how he just, no kid deserves what he's going through, but the way he lives his life, he's so happy. I'm over there crying in a corner for what he goes through. He could fall and stumble and hit his head. Yeah, he'll cry because he's upset because he got hurt, and obviously it does hurt him, but he'll go about his day like a few minutes later, he'll be smiling. Like nothing happened. It's just like, maybe another child, I know that there's other children that, because I've spoken to parents that they're like, my child gets depressed, they get emotional, they don't want to do anything, they get just confined into one area and don't want to leave, they don't have any friends. Like, Anthony's not like that. I mean, I was at my sister's house and he was on the couch and he literally tried to get up and he fell. Didn't hurt himself, thank God, but after I was like, you can't do that. He wanted to do it again. Like, he's just such a free child. Like, he doesn't let these obstacles in his life stop him. So like, if you know Anthony, just please keep him in your thoughts. Like I said, the surgery is next week, Wednesday, the 18th. He gets admitted that day. Just keep him in your prayers. Please just spread hope for him, and that this is gonna be the thing that improves his life. Because It's been hard. It has not been easy. 9 years of this little boy's life, it's been hard from day one. And then it got harder, obviously, when he got diagnosed with seizures. I just want the best for his life. And of course, for mine and everyone's, because what he goes through affects everyone, but it especially affects me. Because I'm the one that's always there. I never leave this boy's side. When I'm in the hospital, if I go downstairs to get food or my coffee, it's when he's sleeping. When I shower, I'll make sure he's asleep, so I don't leave him there awake and for him to, heaven forbid, fall off the bed. Even when we're at home, I make sure he's asleep before I go jump in the shower. If I'm cooking dinner, I make sure he's occupied with something so he doesn't get hurt, because I'm in the kitchen cooking the food, chopping up the vegetables and getting things ready, and just keep him in your thoughts, please. And for people that watch my vlogs, thank you so much. It makes me happy that you take that time to watch them. And just keep the thoughts of hope for my baby always, please. Because that's all I want. I just want for people, to support and to just keep him always in your thoughts, that good things will happen. Because like I said, it's hard for me to just focus on that because of everything I go through, like I said, especially now finding out of my situation. So it doesn't matter what I go through, I still have to be his mother. So it's hard. But thank God I have a big family, so they're there for me. And I know, I understand when they disagree in something that I might want to do for him, but I know my family's there for me. They support what I go through, because they know I would never put Anthony in a situation that would hurt him. If anyone would ever think different, you're just very stupid. I would never hurt my son. I would never put him in a situation where it could hurt him. I would just want the best for him, always. I think any mother wants that for their child. But in most cases, for a mother with a special needs child, it's even more crucial, because they have more doctor's appointments. Unfortunately, they get sick, and it's more urgent. You have to make sure that they're always safe, and so they don't get hurt. Just hoping for a better day every day, because that's all I can do. Thank you again. I'll see you guys soon.